Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this out there on the World Wide Web. This is Jeremy Geelan for SYS-CON TV. I am here at 9th Cloud Expo, Silicon Valley. We have Internap with us. I have with me Adam Weissmuller. Thank you for joining us, Adam.
Thank you.
Now, we already know that Internap you've been doing some firsts, the first commercially available OpenStack offering?
Correct. We just launched our Open Public Cloud. This is an OpenStack-based cloud offering with on-demand provisioning and enterprise compute capability. And it pairs very nicely with our existing VMware cloud offering that we have already launched about a month ago.
So you have two clouds. You're a two-cloud man.
Two clouds, two different hypervisors. We found that our target audience really is enterprises, and the enterprises have different needs. No enterprise is the same as any other enterprise. And so we found there are certain product sets that make sense for some customers, and other customers want a low-cost alternative as well. So by having both cloud offerings, we're able to really target the use cases properly and not try to force customers to one model or the other.
And what about these customers, Adam? What are they leveraging? What's Internap's background before, sort of pre-cloud?
So before we came to cloud, Internap was founded on route optimization. We did a lot of things with the network. We're able to produce a low latency connection across any of our product sets. That built into our data center co-location business, and now into managed hosting and the future evolution of cloud. So now that we have a wide portfolio of offerings, so a customer can deploy their applications individually in each different offering, and the ability to future-proof their future needs by being able to move between those offerings. So some things may live in managed hosting today, or co-location may want to move to cloud in the future. So to have one provider that can provide all those different platforms and that sort of seamless integration between them so they all can communicate is our unique offering.
And so far, any kind of a profile of an Internap customer for these clouds? What are we talking about, SMBs? Are we talking about bigger? Who's lining up?
Usually we're looking at mid-market to small to medium enterprise. We have a wide variety of industries from healthcare, financial services, a lot of media entertainment, technology. So it's really a broad spectrum of customers. But a lot of them are driven by the low latency, high performance offering that we have along with the breadth of services.
And I mean, what are people seeing? They come to Cloud Expo and they are face to face. What do you show them to convince them that you are the guys to go with?
Well, we're here at Cloud Expo really showing our open public cloud. We really want to show off that OpenStack product offering because it is relatively new. We were the first to go to market with it in a production environment. And as a service provider, we felt that was one of the best ways to move that project forward is to actually get the adoption in the industry and help really make that be driven forward. Because the OpenStack project's been great, but it hasn't had that sort of first provider outside of Rackspace to say, yes, we're willing to put our money where our mouth is and actually deliver that.
Proof of concept for OpenStack.
Right. Beyond the proof of concept, a real production offering.
Now, what about the future then? So we've got these two clouds. Does that mean we multiply to others, or what's the story there?
Well, I think if you look at how enterprise IT is looking at cloud, everyone wants to get from the co-location, the managed hosting, to private cloud to public cloud. It's a continuum. It's a spectrum of offerings that's a migration path. Everyone wants to get from left to right. But really, what we're trying to say is, as you move from left to right, you find that due to security, compliance rules, internal processes, you can't always move everything to the far right of public cloud. You end up sort of dropping things off as you go. The number of applications that can live in each offering sort of goes smaller and smaller until you finally have the appropriate workloads for each deployment method. So what we want to say is there are multiple clouds out there because there are different use cases. And there may be more in the future, but I think that's part of where we come in as service providers to provide those different offerings, to let our customers not worry about the nuances of which cloud is which, but really say, we're here to make sure that your application is working well regardless of the platform.
And what I'm hearing is you sound very customer driven. It sounds like you're listening and keeping ahead and ahead and ahead.
We're spending a lot of time talking to our customers and people in the industry. We're talking to several different CIOs, CTOs of different internet companies as well as brick and mortar to really find out what they're looking for and to make sure that we're not just developing a if you build it they will come mentality, because that might work, but there's so many great companies here at this expo. This has been a great show to hear all these different types of platform as a service, software as a service, infrastructure as a service companies. But we're being driven by our customers to make sure we're delivering their needs, making sure their needs are met.
So Internap, the name itself, where does that come from? Any idea?
So Internap comes from, if I recall correctly, this is from 1996 and long before I was there, but Internap comes from Internet Network Access Point. So we have a system of private network access points called PNAPs all throughout the globe. And that's what actually drives our low latency performance. Our PNAP allows us more control over the different network providers that we use. So it goes back to our Miro, Managed Internet Route Optimization technology, that allows us to sort of create a high-performance connection between PNAPs and then across the different providers we use.
All right, so there you are. If you were wondering, as I was, about the Internap name, you now know. If you're wondering about the Internap product suites, those two clouds, go to internap.com. Yes, Adam?
Yes, you go to internap.com, and then we have information about each of our cloud offerings, as well as our managed hosting, co-location, CDN, and enterprise IP.
They are a personal invitation from Adam Weissmuller. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here at 9th Cloud Expo, and thank you here from Silicon Valley for following us out there on the World Wide Web.